Hello everybody, and welcome to BIT.TRIP VOID, the third game in the BIT.TRIP series. As mentioned previously, the BIT.TRIP series takes a look at key moments in human existence through the eyes of Commander Video. BIT.TRIP VOID takes a look at interpersonal interaction. Today, we look as Commander Video's id begins to develop. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the music. As always, I opt to do these retrospectives and analyses of the levels after the actual level, just so you all can enjoy the music and maybe form your own interpretation of the story at your own leisure. So with that said, let's talk about this level. Warning, this part of the video will explain the story of this level, as told in the unlockable letters for this game, in the BIT.TRIP Complete collection. So avoid this part if you're looking to piece together the story on your own. Now, due to this game dealing with one of the more abstract elements of human life, interpersonal interaction, this ends up being one of the more abstract games in the BIT.TRIP series. The story in Void is mostly told through the gameplay and the cutscenes, as opposed to Beat and Core, where the story kind of played out in the background during the actual levels. The somewhat subdued music and the minimalist backgrounds in the levels represent the vagaries of human interaction. To further show this, the player is able to move throughout the entire screen for the first time in the BIT.TRIP series. Now, in psychology, the id is the part of a human's personality that contains a human's basic instinctual impulses. The id plays to one's perception of pleasure and seeks to find immediate gratification of any impulse by any means necessary. This could sort of be implied in the beginning cutscene where Commander Video was showing off and having a good time, oblivious to those around him and the problems that he might have been causing them. The player can also experience this battle with impulse control and obsession with greed and power in the level itself. The main mechanic of BIT.TRIP Void is to collect as many black pixels as possible to increase your multiplier by as much as possible. Of course, the more pixels you get, the bigger you become and the slower you are to move, meaning that a white pixel could hit you and you end up losing all of the pixels that you had amassed. So it's kind of a high risk, high reward in a sense, where the game rewards you with points for holding on to a greater number of pixels for longer, but it could bite you in the end if you don't release them in time before a white pixel touches you. This even comes into play in the section just before the boss, where a lone black pixel you grab reverses your controls right when a large number of white pixels start coming in towards you. The impulse to grab that black pixel thus makes it harder for you to navigate through that small section and could put you in a very rough position for the boss. So due to the impulsive nature of the id, how is Commander Video, or any human for that matter, going to keep their impulses in check? Well, that can be done thanks to the ego. And as such, we'll be taking a look as Commander Video begins to develop his ego next time. See you all then. Goodbye.